guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So recently I've been getting so many requests to do more college, what I eat in a day style videos or like recipes and stuff like that. And I personally love watching college what I eat in a day videos because I feel like I always get stuck in a rut of eating the same stuff. So I always get like really good inspiration, I feel like, when I watch these videos. Last week was actually my spring break and I wish I could say I did something extravagant and fun, but I actually just stayed here in Charlotte and I ended up filming pretty much what I ate all week. The only things I didn't film were my snacks because, first of all, I don't really snack that much throughout the day, and second of all, if I am gonna have a snack, it's probably either almonds, yogurt covered raisins. I love yogurt covered raisins. It's literally like the best snack if you have a sweet tooth. And then third is fruit. I just love snacking on like bananas and strawberries and stuff like that. So I didn't film any of my snacks, but I did do a pretty good job of filming my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What's funny is last night I actually saw that Kenzie Elizabeth uploaded a what I eat in a week video, and she did it kind of like as a sit down style. She talked through all the meals and I really like that. I was initially gonna do like a voiceover style, but I kind of just want to like sit down and talk through it all with you guys. So if you like this style of video, I'm gonna leave Kenzie's linked below because I really liked hers as well. And also, if you happen to be new here, what's up? My name is Adrienne. I would love if you hit subscribe. And as always, if you guys have any more content ideas for me, just leave it in the comments and I will definitely get around to those videos. All right, I have a lot to go through. I have it all written down here on this little notepad. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So this past week, because it was spring break, I had time to cook and stuff like that. So I feel like if I'm like running a busy schedule, I wouldn't always have time to like cook this in depth. However, I do try and make all my meals fresh. I sometimes will like meal prep specific things, like I'll meal prep a big container of veggies and a big container of quinoa, and then I'll kind of just like make little meals out of it. But for the most part, I try and cook most of my food fresh just because right now in my life I have the time to, so I might as well. Okay, so starting off on Monday for breakfast, I made a spinach and tomato omelet. I usually use 2 eggs and then I add a little bit of water and then I just throw the spinach and the tomato in and I cook it up into an omelet. And then on the side, because I usually like to like pair my omelets with something, I had already prepped some quinoa and diced sweet potatoes. You can get these like steamed fresh sweet potatoes and they're really good because you don't have to wait 45 minutes for it to cook. This was a super filling breakfast and I don't know, I like eggs, but I'm not the type of person that craves them, so I kind of have to force myself to eat them. So having this sweet potato on the side as like a little bit of sweet like really did help. All right, so next for lunch I made this huge salad and I'm pretty sure I ended up eating all of it and it was literally huge. But these salads are like my go-to. I usually do add some kind of protein. On this specific day I just added cucumber and chia seeds. I'm pretty sure I had like a weird feeling tummy that day, so I didn't want to add anything like too heavy, but yeah, it was just a really simple salad. This is also something that would be a really good side, but I just had it for lunch that day. And then for dinner, this is like my new favorite recipe and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So I made these pita pizzas. All I did was I took like a half a pita. I didn't even use a whole one. I took a half and then I split that in half. So I had like these 2 really thin pieces of bread, and then I just added some red sauce and a little bit of cheese, and I get these little containers of pineapples, so that makes it really easy to top it, and I added spinach as well. Having a healthy lifestyle is about having everything in moderation, so yeah, just make sure you're like following the recommended serving sizes when it comes to the cheese. I know it's like so easy to go overboard, but if you just look on the back, it says like 1/4 cup is the recommended serving size, so just measure it out and put it on and you don't have to worry about eating too much. All right, moving on to Tuesday. So for breakfast, this is like one of my new favorites. It's kind of a weird combo, but I loved it. So I had 3 slices of turkey bacon. I like to bake mine in the oven. It just makes it easier in my opinion. And then on the side, I had a rice cake and I topped it with half of an avocado and some broccoli slaw. This broccoli slaw is awesome because you can throw it in salads or you can use it as a topper like I did. So yeah, this was super filling and a very balanced breakfast as well. And also, if you want to make anything honestly a little more filling, like if you feel like it's just not gonna be enough food, try topping your food with chia seeds. You can top almost anything with chia seeds, and what they do is they expand when you eat them, so they make you feel a little more full inside. That's just a little tip. Next for lunch, I had a smoothie bowl. Now that it's getting warmer outside, I've been obsessed with smoothie bowls. Finally, I'm I'm craving them again. A lot of you guys have been asking about my recipe, and honestly, I kind of do it different every time, just depending on what kind of fruit I have, but I used mixed frozen berries as the base, and then I think I used half a banana as the base, a little bit of almond milk, and then I, you know, blend it all up and I let it freeze for about 10 minutes. When you stick it in the freezer for a little bit, it kind of thickens it up so it's not like all liquidy, and then I kind of just top it with whatever I have. So I think this day I did like banana, some coconut flakes, cacao nibs are really good, some honey is always essential, and chia seeds, and I think that's about it. Okay, and then for dinner that night I made chicken pesto pasta, and I used whole grain pasta. So I love pasta, it's something I never want to give up. I know a lot of people think that it's super bad for you, but honestly, as long as you follow the recommended serving size, and if you eat whole grain pasta, it's a much better choice than the regular pasta because it's a lot lower in calories and carbs, but it's also higher in fiber. And then on the side I actually had this Asian salad, and it was a recipe that I got in my Sunbasket order, and Sunbasket is a brand that I worked with recently. I'll be having a video up with them later this week, so you'll see more about that salad in that video, but it was really good. It was just like mixed greens with cabbage and carrots and like this really good dressing. It was so good, oh my gosh. All right, moving on to Wednesday. For breakfast I had a parfait bowl. I actually forgot to record it, so this clip is from a previous video, but it was literally the same thing. I love having Greek yogurt parfait bowls and just topping them with like cacao nibs and fresh fruit and honey and stuff like that. Like when you have a sweet tooth like me, stuff like that is literally your savior. For lunch I had another one of those little pita pizzas, and by the way, to make these I just stick them in the oven for like 10 minutes, and if you have a toaster oven you can use that too. And then on the side I had sweet potato fries, which once again I used the oven for. And for like the sweet potato fry recipe, I pretty much just cut them into little strips, and I put a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and I think I baked them for like 20 minutes. And then for dinner I had this orange chicken with broccolini and carrots. This was another recipe that I got in my Sunbasket order, which is like a meal service delivery. As you can see, the chicken is like marinated in this stuff, and it's orange juice. Literally, you guys, orange juice. I didn't even know you could cook with orange juice. Moving on to Thursday, I actually wasn't feeling great Thursday. I don't know if I wasn't feeling great or if I was just sad that it was super gloomy out, but I really did not have a huge appetite, and I'm an intuitive eater, so if I don't have a big appetite, I honestly just kind of let it pass instead of like forcing myself to eat. I did have stuff like almonds and fruit throughout the day, I just didn't really film it. And then for dinner I had leftovers from the night before because it came with 2 servings, so I just had that orange chicken once again. Moving on to Friday. So when it comes to Friday and Saturday, I really like to kind of like treat myself and just like eat what I want. So I started with breakfast. I had this little cocoa bowl. It is so good. I'll put the recipe on the screen. It is an all-time favorite of mine. Like I could eat this every day, honestly. I had a late breakfast, so I didn't end up eating any like official lunch. And then for dinner, I actually got takeout from my favorite Thai place here in Charlotte. And my favorite order is the chicken pad see ew. It's so good. So I just ended up eating takeout in my bed, and I went to bed at literally like 9:30 on a Friday. Spring break. All right, and then the last day I vlogged for you guys was my Saturday meals. So for breakfast, I had another smoothie bowl. I probably have smoothie bowls for breakfast like 2 or 3 times a week. I just want to keep it real for y'all. Okay, and then for lunch, I was obsessed with this lunch. Like I wish I could have this every day. So I made that Asian salad again, and this time I cooked up a frozen chicken breast and I just popped that on top. And then on the side, I had some frozen chicken shumai that I got from Trader Joe's. It's kind of like an Asian dish. And then I also had edamame that I got from Trader Joe's as well. That was frozen. So all I had to do was microwave the chicken, the shumai, and the edamame, and I just combined it all, and it was so good. And then finally for dinner, Emily came over and we had a night. We made some tofu filled shells, which I had never done before. So obviously you guys have probably seen those shells that are filled with ricotta and you top it with cheese and sauce, but we wanted to kind of do like a healthier take. So instead of using ricotta, we used tofu. We just kind of like mashed it up and like made it into kind of like a whipped consistency, and oh my gosh, you guys, it was so good. I'm gonna leave the recipe to that down below because I did not come up with it. And that pretty much sums it up. As I said, I always do kind of like have a little bit of snacks throughout the day. It's really just like nuts and fruit and stuff like that. Let me know if you guys want to see more kinds of these videos. I'm actually vlogging what I'm eating today, so I've kind of already like started doing another one, so maybe this can be like a new Monday video I do. I don't know, let me know. Also, if you are not following me on Instagram, be sure to check me out on there. I love talking to you guys on there, and I'm always posting little stories and stuff like that. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.